Yawom, Wasalak now, Kabawat now, Kasalak now, Kabawati now, Wala'a, Labia Aya now, Banasaya one, Abo, Hawashai now, Mayun, Rai, Kayud, Lakub, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, Lai Walumim, Amen.
The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy will be done
in earth
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not
into
temptation,
but deliver us
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
And the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The prayer for the power, the Hakak in Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Babakashah, the Thalanau, Hakak, the Rapa'al, Kalmakala, the Kalmarawa, Hakak, La Tahor, Hamatazarayu, Hakak, La Hakwi, Hamathu, Hakak, Al Rakawat, Hatama'ala, the guard should, Hashem Yahushai, Tawada Aman.
All right, the prayer for the power in English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Baya Shiralu, Wahabayat, Sapari, Barak, Hashem Yahushai, Tawada Aman.
To bless Israel. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In school.
In school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh.
Barak atah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Lahayu.
Wa Lahayu.
Tazabaya.
Tazabaya.
Alawap Yohanna.
Alawap Yohanna.
Alawap Yo.
Alawap Yo.
Asaranyo.
Asaranyo.
Akatayanyo.
Akatayanyo.
Akaya Yanyo.
Akaya.
Wa Akwatyo.
Wa Akwatyo.
Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
Tawada Aman.
All right. Prayer for the blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushah.
Michael.
And the angels.
And GEN.YAHANNA.
Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
The
generals.
The
captains.
Officers.
Officers. And the troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K. Ayanya. Ahahorium. Ayun. Yaba'a. Isorium. Ma'ain. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayum. Rataza. Al-Yatun. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawum. Shamarka. Hana. La'a. Yanawum. Wala'a. Yayashun. Shawamor. Yashrala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yud. Yamyanka. Yawamum. Hashamash. La'a. Yakaika. Vayarak. Balayila. Yahweh. Yashamorka. Kalrai. Yashamor. Aknapashka. Yahweh. Yashamor. Tazatka. Wabuaka. My third. Why? I will love.
This is Psalm 121 in English. I will will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From what cometh my help?
From whence come my help?
My help coming from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
It will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee thy day,
The
The
sun
sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
This time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayyum,
Al-Hayyum,
Al-Damiyalaka,
Al-Damiyalaka,
Al-Takurash,
Al-Takurash,
Wa-Al-Tashikwat,
Al-Takurash,
Al-Kayahana,
Al-Yahannah,
Al-Yabbika,
Al-Yabbika,
Yahaman,
Yahaman,
Yawun,
Yawun,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Amika,
Al-Amika,
Yahweh-Yamwa,
Al-Yahweh,
Sawadah,
Sawadah,
Vayatah,
Vayatah,
Ya'ai-Tazawur,
Al-Tazawur,
Al-Tazawawanyaka,
Al-Tazawur,
Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Lakawa,
Akwa,
Manakakida,
Wanakakida,
Magalia,
Magalia,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yazikor,
Yazikor,
Sham Yashrala,
Yom Yeshua,
Iwadah,
Iwadah,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa'ai-Tazawur,
Al-Tazawur,
Labah,
Labah,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Al-Yakah,
Alisa,
Bariyah,
Bariyah,
Yakaratwa,
Yakuatwa,
Haliyah,
Aliyah,
Adawum,
Adawun,
Vayashmai,
Wayashimai,
Aliyum,
Aliyum,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa,
Wagori,
Wagori,
Babal,
Wabal,
I'm a wood,
Wagor,
I'm a lot,
Wagala,
Halashat,
Palashat,
I'm Yeshabia,
Amishanda,
Tazawur,
Tazawur,
Ramashawur,
Ramashawur,
Nalawa,
Manawa,
Imam,
Aiman,
Ayawur,
Aiwa,
Gorawai,
Gawad,
Labanyalawat,
Labandalawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Lahum,
Lahom,
Kamadyan,
Komadyan,
Kasaya,
Hasiyah,
Sara'ah,
Lama'a,
Kayabya,
Kayabyan,
Anako,
Wanako,
Koyashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Rashimadwa,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Dara,
Dara,
Ayawur,
Aiwa,
Daman,
Daman,
Ladatma,
Ladatma,
Shayatamwa,
Sayatanwa,
Ariyabawa,
Rabawa,
Kaira,
Torah,
Kazaba,
Wakazaba,
Kazaba,
Wakazaba,
Kazamanai,
Kaukazmanai,
Kaunasiakamwa,
Oh, let's see a Kanwa,
Ashur,
Ashur,
Amor,
Amorwa,
Nairashah,
Marisha,
Nanawa,
Manawa,
Naawa,
Nahawa,
Alhayum,
Alayum,
Alhayum,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shaya Kanwa,
Kagawgala,
Kagala,
Kakwash,
Kakwas,
Kapaniraka,
Kapanaraka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Kabairi Yaira,
Ayri Ayri,
Kalaba,
Kalaba,
Kalahat,
Kalaat,
Hariyum,
Oriyum,
Khan,
Khan,
Lardatma,
Lordama,
Masairika,
Wasa Africa,
Wabasad,
Wabasa,
Wapaka,
Wapaka,
Tabahalum,
Kabalum,
Mala'a,
Wala'a,
Anyahum,
Honyahum,
Kalawun,
Walawun,
Ibakwashwa,
Ibakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawah,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Washwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wabalawu,
Ajai,
Aida,
Wayakaporwa,
Wabalawu,
Wayabadwa,
Wabalawu,
Waydaiwa,
Wabalawu,
Kayata,
Kayaka,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawah,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Wabalawu,
Alyawun, Al Kaharatiza.
Alright, this is Psalms, the 83rd chapter in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace,
Be not still, O Yahweh.
and be
not
not
still,
still, O
O
Yahweh.
For lo,
For
lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head,
have lifted up the head.
have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off from being a nation,
let us cut them off from being a nation,
that the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
be no more remembered.
be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
With one consent,
They are confederate against thee,
they are confederate against
the
thee,
tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Jabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Malek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
with
the inhabitants of Tyre,
Sure is also joined with them.
A short soul to join with them.
They are hoping the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Go unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They have become dung for the earth.
They became dung for the earth.
Like their nose like a red.
Make their nose like a red.
And lights yea.
And lights yea.
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 All their princes.
All their princes.
As Sabbath.
As Sabbath.
And as Amunah.
And as Amunah.
Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh.
The houses of Yahweh.
In possession. Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a web.
Make them like a web.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the fire burning in wood.
As the fire burning in wood.
And as the flame.
As a
flame.
Set the mountains on fire.
Set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
Thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
Make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
They may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O my power.
O my power.
Not to be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble.
in trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That they may know.
That they may know
That
that
thou.
thou,
Whose
whose name alone
is
is
Yahweh.
Yahweh
Of
of
the
the
Most
Most
High.
High
Over all the earth.
over all the earth. With that, Sar, which means to turn, Yeshabia, which means to be seated. All right. Again, in the book of Deuteronomy, Genesis, Salakia. So, trying to skip what's ahead here. Genesis, 40th chapter. What verse we at?
42.
40 and 40?
Oh no, we can start at verse 1. We was getting a lot of questions.
All right.
And we was getting questions that,
If you got any questions today, go ahead and type them in.
Sister said, welcome back, sir.
Hey, what, sis?
You see, they was missing you, man. They was like, this ain't, we lighting the car over there doing it, but
Nah, you did.
where is the right brother at, man?
Y'all was holding down the class. About to pass it over to y'all.
Good night.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's a little slavery, but it's all good. All right, 40, verse 1. Shit, the car, you all right with the Hebrew? Or?
I'm rusty. Let me pull it up.
I'll take the first 7, and then you can take the next.
What's on first?
All right. Wayahaya, Akar, Ha, Debaryum, Ha La, Katawa, Mashakwa, Malak, Matazarium, Waha Pa, Ladan Yahum, Lamalak, Matazarium, verse 2. Waya Quatazak, Para'aha, Al Shanya, Sarah Yasayawa, Al Shor, Hamashakwayam, Wa Al Shor, Ha'awayam, verse 3. Waya Thun, Athum, Bama Shamar, Bayah, Shor, Hatabak, Yum, Al, Bayah, Hasa'ar, Makwawam, Ashor, Yawasap, Asawar, Shum, verse 4. Waya Pakwad, Shor, ha taba yum ah yawasap atham waya sharat atham selagi waya hayawa yum yum ba masha shamor. Verse 5. Waya kwalam wa kalawam shan yaham ayash kalam wa bala yala aka ayash kapath kapath rawa wawan kalam wa ha mashakwa wa ha pa mashor la malak matazarium ashor ha sawar yum pabayat ha sahar. Verse 6. Wa yabah alahayum yawasap babakor wa yara atham wa hanam za'ai payam. Verse 7. Wa yasha'al at sarayas ya hara'ai ashar athwa bamasha mor bayat adan yawa la amor madawai pan yakam ra'ayam hayawam. All right, that's the end of the 7 in the Hebrew. Young man Chris, right? If you could take it in the English, bro, sure.
Genesis chapter 40, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that the butler of the king of Egypt and his baker had offended their lord, the king of Egypt.
All right, so just a little backdrop from classes before. Joseph, right? These two cats came to Joseph with dreams. He interpreted the dreams for them. And these dreams, the interpretation came true. And we saw how on Pharaoh's birthday, right? Pharaoh's birthday, he had the what did he do in the car? Had the man's head cut off on his birthday. Had him killed, right? So we see right there how birthdays is a heathen custom, right? Especially with Pharaoh, it's where it originated. You understand? When Pharaoh proclaimed himself as a god, as to be a god, is when he had his birthday, right? So keep going.
Verse 2. And Pharaoh was wroth against 2 of his officers, against the chief of the butlers, and against the chief of the bakers. Verse 3. And he put them inward in the house of the captain of the guard, into the prison, the place where Joseph was bound. Verse 4. And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them, and they continued a season inward. Verse 5. And they dreamed a dream.
So actually, this is we went over this, but we'll recap. All right, we'll go over this chapter again. This is what I was talking about. This is what we're going into right now, where they were all in prison together. They had some dreams, right? They went to Joseph, of course. That is what you do with dreams. You don't try and follow your dreams, right? You gotta take your dreams and what you think might be important, right, to a priest of the Lord. Let him interpret, especially an interpreter of dreams. All right, keep going.
Both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream. The butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, which were bound in the prison. Verse 6. And Joseph came in unto them in the morning, and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad. Verse 7. And he asked Pharaoh's officers that were with him inward of his Lord's house, saying, Wherefore look ye so sadly today?
All right. So they're in prison together. All right. He looks at them. He sees that they're sad, and it's because of the dreams that they had. All right. So let's go ahead with the next 7. Nakar, you want to go ahead and try the next 7? Down to verse 14.
All right, verse 8. Waya ma wa la wa kala mom kala mana man. That's a lot, man. Taking a little rusty, the easy stuff. All right, yeah, I was right. All right. Wapa car. Yan. Aka wa. Waya mar. Allah hum. Yawa sa. That's up, right?
Yeah, what's up, Joseph?
Yo, what's up? Okay, yo, what's up? Hala wa la yum. All right. Pakar nayum. Sapar wa na'a laya waya sapar shar hama shakwa yawum no, that's a thought. A thought kala mawa laya wasa waya mar lawa buka la wa maya waha na gapawa gapan la panya wa ba gapan shala sham Shorya Gum Na Ha Ya Kapar Katha Ayla Saha Nataza Haba Shayalan Asha Kalaf. Yaha. What's that? Okay. I.Na. Bayam. Naka. Waka. Wasa. Par. I.Ha. Baya. Daya. Wa Kaf. I Nabayam. Wa Shaka. What's that? What's that? Kaf. Ta. Asam. Allah. Ka. Sa. Pa. Ra. Par. Ha. Wa. San. Asa. Ha. Wasa. Ayla. Kasa. Para. Ayha. Verse 12. Waya. Mar. Lawa. Yawa. Sa. Okay. Yawa. Sa. Zaha. Patha. Pathar. Nawa. Shala. Shatha. Hashar. Ganyam. Shala. Shaf. Yama. Yasa. Sa. That's it.
That's a mom.
That's a mod. Yeah, I know it. All right. Yamayam. Hum. Okay, verse 13. Ba'ai wa bar mean yad wad. What? What was that? Just said
13.
13. Ba'ai yad wad shala shaf yamayim yasha'a par I ha asa ra'a Waha Shaya Bak Ayla Kanak Wana Safa Kawa Sa Para Iha Baya Bawan Bawa Kamasha Pata Pat Ham Hara Sha Wa Shalom Ashar Hayayath Masha Kwa Hawa Kaya Amma Zakar Thanaya Asak Kaashar Yaya Taba Lana Wa'ai Shayach Na'a Aima Amarya Ka Sak Waha Zakar Thanaya Allah Par Aya Wa'ai Asa Yana Naya Mawan Mawa Bar Yas Zahat. That's the end of the
All right. Son Christ.
Rusty.
Yeah, he's getting at it.
Yeah,
Son Christ. All right. If we can take it in the English Bible show.
Genesis chapter 40, verse 14. But think on me when it shall be well with thee, and shew kindness. I pray thee.
Wait, we're back at 8.
That's a lot.
8 through 14.
Genesis chapter 40, verse 8. And they said unto him, we have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me them, I pray you. Verse 9.
Yeah, you got it.
Listen, man, Joseph stood on the truth. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have so many people out there that's going to, they're going to tell you, yeah, I had visions, and I had dreams, and I had this, and I had that. And they coming full of school of thought, of tarot cards, and witchcraft, and sorcery, and stuff like that. Like, don't believe into the hype, right? And I always tell people, no matter what you're doing in life, when it comes to your spirituality, is it producing fruit? Is it really helpful for our community? Or is it damaging our community? We see in our community, religion is destroying our community, right? You can be a whore in the Christian church and the Muslim mosque. All you gotta do is go to church on Sunday. All you gotta do is celebrate Ramadan really for a couple of days. Because it's 30, but they only gonna be garbed up. They only gonna be on their so-called deen for like a good couple of days. Am I lying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the truth. So here, man, Joseph's like, yo, those dreams, you understand, you need to go go through the Lord to understand the real truth. Because that's the real living God. You know what I mean? Anybody ever question you about this truth, you say, well, what fruit do you produce in your spirituality? We getting people off the drugs. We getting them off the corner. You understand? We fixing black homes worldwide. Hispanics and Native American homes worldwide.
Right.
We on the reservations. Where the Christian church at for the reservation? You wanna know why they not there? Because it's not profitable. You understand? They know that the Native Americans are broke. Nobody loves the Native Americans. Guess what? The Christian church don't love the Mexicans neither. You understand? If they did, they'll be protesting just like us, telling the white man that he's wrong for putting babies in cages and taking away the Mexican land. You know, Mexicans own more than 50% of the United States at one point in time. This wasn't all Native American land. They shared the land, but Mexicans had majority of it because that's how it got down. When everything broke down, everything said done, Mexicans had everything. Then they're in America. Now, they try to flee black into a country that's theirs, and they get called an illegal immigrant. Oh, y'all jumping that border, calling them wetbacks and stuff like that. You understand? One thing that the Lord revealed to the prophets in their dreams, the Mexicans want to get revenge. You know what I mean? They will be avenged for what happens to their people and what had happened to their people. You understand? That's why Joseph's saying that, man, it all comes through the Lord. I know these thinking Hamites is going to try to get some breakdowns without the Lord interpretation.
Right.
Right, that's all I want to say.
You know, it's heavy that, you know, we're revisiting this this chapter here, you know, at this time. We did go over this chapter, but the Lord wanted us to bring it out again today. So here we are, because the topic is dreams, you understand? And getting your dreams interpreted. And one of, you know, our so-called leaders that was supposed to be leading us had a dream, right? He dreamt a dream, right? But his dream was false. It was not of the Lord. He should have got his dream interpreted by an interpreter. And if he was a man of the Lord, he would have known. You know what? Or let me get, let me see, Jeremiah 23 and 25. If you could, Bob Shaw. Because what's coming up on Monday? Martin Luther King Day, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Had a dream, right?
Yeah.
I have a dream. This dream was false, man. Something that's not of the Lord, right? And if he was a man of the Lord, he would have known. He would have known that, you know, first, Nakar, if we could, let me get Ecclesiastes 34 and 1 first before the war goes into that. Right? He should have known that you know, these dreams that you have, they're not prophecies from the Lord, man. You got to get them interpreted first, right, by a true man of the Lord, right? But of course, through his lust, you know, and deceitfulness, he wanted to integrate us into a nation of people that don't even want us. A nation of people that if he read the Bible, he would know that these nation of people are our enemies. You understand?
Right.
You got in the car? Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 34 and verse 1. The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain.
That's what he was. He was a man void of understanding.
Right.
A man that was void of understanding of the scriptures and what the Lord truly wanted for the Lord's people.
Right.
He was void of that.
Right.
Go ahead.
And dreams lift up fools.
Dreams lift up who?
Fools.
That's what his dream was, to lift up a fool. You understand? And us as fools, we followed along with that fool.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Thinking that these people who want us dead, and like Officer Nakar was bringing out, you know, kill us, put us in cages, that somehow they're going to love us. somehow they're gonna, and that's the problem, man. Like I always like to say, definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a new result. And we try and love them, trying to integrate into America, fighting their wars, tell them we love them and protect them at all costs, right? And expect a new outcome when they show you over and over again that they don't care about you, they don't love you. You understand that they know that for them in their kingdom that your place is their slave. That's it. You understand? So they let you believe in these lies, these dreams, right? It's like the house Negro and the slave Negro. You understand? The house Negro thought, oh, I have a dream that one day I will sleep in master's house. The house Negro wasn't with that. You understand? Because like Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, oppression makes a wise man mad. You understand? Like you'd rather, suffer with your people than take any piece of the pie of these devils. You understand? And that's what Christ was all about, man. Christ was all about that. Paul said, I wish myself were accursed from my people, right? Giving up everything you got to come serve your people, right? Not integrate into it. And Scripture says, man, come out of her. Am I wrong? Come out of her.
If I could,
Go ahead, bro.
The next verse is crazy. Can I read?
Yeah, you got it.
It says, whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth a shadow and followeth after the wind. Like, yo, listen. Yo, people follow after Dr. Martin Luther King, right? And guess what? We integrated with white people, and we're complaining about the black economy. Martin Luther King said it himself. I messed my people up, man. I put them into a burning house of fire. Like, now the black economy, look at the black economy. The black dollar don't stay in our communities for very long, right? We look at designer clothes as better than our own brothers and sisters' clothes, right? Like, one thing that I do love is that black people are trying to embrace the black clothing lines, right? Like you got Milano here, like in Philly alone. Philly actually got some good clothing that has went viral for the last couple of years. Like you got Milano de Rouge, Paradox. Right now, this young guy, he got these humble clothing line, right? And it's like a lot of times we look at, some people will complain about their prices, right? They'll say, oh, you out there making me pay $150 something for a t-shirt. But when it comes to a pair of Jordans, scratch that. I think Jordan is a black owned, right? Because I think Jordan, that is his brand, right?
I mean, that's his brand, but I don't think he's black owned.
Yeah, I don't know. Jordan is a sellout. Nike. People will go out and stand in line for Nikes.
Might as well be the oppressor, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because he funds his prisons and all that. So that's another story. But when you look at how, you know what I'm saying, we react to designer clothes, we don't mind paying $1,000 and something for a Gucci bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's a white man's name on
it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Louis Vuitton, and these people can blatantly disrespect us. Balenciaga, child predators, you understand? Known Satanists. What is Chrome Hearts? Known Satanists. You understand? I think every white person is deviant, you know what I'm saying, to the worst extreme. Right. So, you know, with Martin Luther King dream, it was a nightmare. How the hell, you know, black people originally started Uber? You know that? It was a boycott. You make that phone call, that car pulls is the original Uber.
Right.
But because Martin Luther King's dream was so vain and vile, you know what I'm saying, holding no substance, all the white man was losing money. Don't you know that Philadelphia, let's just focus on Philadelphia, New York has one of the biggest public transportation in the world, right? Because we are big cities, right? And so for the money that they bring in a year, that's why SEPTA always going on strike. Yo, y'all gotta give us more money, man. Y'all getting money. The more they put them prices up, they put a quarter. There are millions of people that's catching these buses and trains. You understand what I'm saying? Paying for trains passes and stuff like that. That's why SEPTA always going on strike. They're like, yo, we want more money. Y'all can't bring it. We know what y'all bonuses like at the end of the year. We want something of our own. So with that economy being so strong, with that whole business being so strong, imagine that on buses of white people. It will go out of business. They'll be begging us.
You know, if I could, real quick, that's what I appreciate about the Israelite culture is that, you know, we do help each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and it's a big stereotype, a stereotype that is correct though. Like we've all heard it. You'll see like 20 Mexicans jump out of behind the Civic. That's to help the next. Instead of trying to make the oppressor rich, let's get together and make each other rich. That's all happening on this 100.
And you know what's crazy? And it's a difference within the tribes, right? Like, and it's clear as day, because every tribe got their own spirit on it. Like, when you look at the Native Americans, right? I've seen some Native American militias group following them, and you can see that they're trying to get the fight. But a lot of Native Americans lost their way. If you really look at, I see it. I watch them on social media. They lost their way. They don't know which direction to go. Right? You got the Hispanic tribe, definitely like I.S.U.P.K. They stick together. Them northern tribes stick together. They keep the family. They got their issues. But one thing they do think of, stick together. The Judites, I don't know what the hell is wrong with this. We can't stick together. And you want to know what it is? It's because we're aggressive people. Right? I remember the general was breaking down. At the job site, it's going to be a Judite to be more vocal to represent everybody in the goddamn company. Hey, man, we about tired of this. You know what I'm saying? We're aggressive people. And with his dream, if we don't have that economic system of our own, then how can we ever truly prosper? That was damaging. Telling us to go, like, and let me tell you how evil it is for the American dream, if I could, sir. Remember at Washington, D.C., when the college students went down to the white restaurant and got their head beat in at the table? Y'all remember that story?
Right.
You remember?
No.
Ward? Come on, Ward. You're a history buff. I know you know.
I remember.
What?
Do you remember?
I think it was at Woolworth's Diner.
Yeah, it was a diner that was white owned, right? It was a white owned diner. You know that they got their head beat in and try to make a statement. Mind you, they was in college. You know what I'm saying? One thing I know about people that go to college, they want to be a part of the American dream. 9 out of 10. It's a strong percentage chance people want to be a part of the American dream. You know what was across the street or down the block? A black-owned restaurant. You know what they said? Oh, the quality, the food quality, the quality of the restaurant ain't up to par to this white establishment. They said that. That's how Dr. Martin Luther King was thinking. Go ahead.
It's like you, sir, if I may, and that's why the story of Joseph is so important. Because Joseph, when you read on, did not join the Egyptian society. Even though he was amongst them, but he wasn't with them. And he used it to help his people. And that's the lesson we're learning about Martin Luther King. See, a lot of Judites and a lot of black people, because they don't know the Bible and they don't know history, they see Martin Luther King and they get caught up because America is holding them up.
Yeah.
But they need to ask themselves a question. If America hates black people, why would they choose this black man to hold up in the air and to celebrate him out of all other Negroes in history? Because he was integral in destroying black economics. That's why.
Yeah, he was like, in here, we use certain people as a tool. That's how we do it. We fish in here. So we'll do an interview with Kanye West, and we're gonna put that joint public. Right? We're gonna utilize his fame to reach more people. That's why people, they call it content. Right? Now, on a war stance, on a white man stance is, okay, we can't have black people relying on themselves. We need them to cleave on to us. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna utilize this black man. We're gonna act like we care about what he was saying and what he stands for. You understand? And we're gonna back this guy up. We're gonna put statues of him so black people can look up to him and say, I should love white people. I should, care for white people and, and forgive them easily. You know who they not gonna put a statue up? Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
Right.
They're not gonna do that. You understand? They not. I don't even think they really mess with Malcolm X like that.
Nah, not
You
like that.
And Malcolm X was.
Ain't no Malcolm X Day, is it?
Yeah, ain't no Malcolm X Day. You wanna know why? Because Malcolm X is not something that they want to glorify, because with Malcolm X path, he was rebellious. You understand? He was that slave that run away. They're not gonna raise him up. They're gonna give you the good old boy. They're gonna give you one of those slaves. You understand that loves master.
The house Negro.
Yeah.
Malcolm X was the field Negro.
Yeah.
Right? Malcolm X was the house Negro, man.
Yeah, real red. Like Cinco de Mayo. Good night. Them penguins look.
You know what's the spirit behind all that?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Like, I could get into Master's house and I could change him from the inside.
Right.
That's what everybody thinks. They go to college. Oh, I'm gonna do this from the inside.
Cops.
No, man.
The cops.
Right.
You gotta infiltrate, brother. You gotta infiltrate, and you gonna go in there. You gonna see them going wrong, and you ain't gonna report anything.
Right.
You took an oath with that department, so come on, man. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Them penguins whipped they behind. White people took it and washed it all up. Now we all think that is a holiday to get drunk, eat tacos, and you know what I mean, and and drink Coronas and stuff like that. Like when I went down South Street, I was in a troop, and I went down South Street with my homeboys, and I seen Irish people on the streets of South Street set up their tents and stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell is y'all celebrating this for? You know what I'm saying? And why do y'all have on these costumes? And then later I realized, my homeboys that I used to work with, they was Mexicans. And they told me, yeah, man, playbook, we beat the war. I was like, war? I ain't never know. And he told me, he's like, yeah, we beat out, I think it was the French, right? Or the Spaniards.
Spaniards, yeah.
Yeah, the Spaniards, they beat the crap out of the Spaniards. They went out for a full-blown war and won. Got their independence. He sat up there and celebrated it because it was a victory over the white man. The white man over time took it like, well, y'all ain't going, we ain't going to talk about y'all beat her on that battlefield. Oh yeah, it's a national holiday. We all want to drink and do this and that. Nah, man. And it's all because of dreams. You understand? And we fall for dreams. We fall for the American dream. You understand? People like Martin Luther King was the pioneer of the destruction of the black community. And that's why we don't give him glory in here. The only glory he get is that boycott. And that boycott didn't even last for a month. I don't think it even lasted for a month. I think it lasted for a couple of weeks. And they lost thousands of dollars without that black dollar, man. So that's just something to let you understand. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what the Lord is saying in here in the school. Go ahead.
And that's why the I.S.U.P.K is so important. The I.S.U.P.K since 1969 has never been co-opted by the enemy. Right? Monday night, Gen.YAHANNA was bringing out that the Black Panthers was co-opted by the oppressor, by an Ammonite that was teaching them how to join communism, get guns and land, and then that gave the FBI room to go in and overthrow them.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the whole movement, they all became drug addicts, right? Strung out on heroin with Edomite women. That's the legacy of the Black Panther.
And that's what you're saying, no more, because that tactic goes back to slavery. They would employ a black man. They would bring him into the house. He'd be the house nigga. What would he do? He would get intel on the slaves, man. You understand? When were they gonna try and run away? Oh, master, I know. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big problem with our people. You understand? It's loving the wrong people. We try and love the wrong people, like Martin Luther King's dream, man. That little black boys and little white boys would go hand in hand. Well, how about getting your people right first? So Christ was all about getting his people right. That's why he told the woman, hey, let the children be fed first.
Right.
Get your people right. You understand? Get them off of drugs. Their families right. Their economics right. Before you try and worry about any other nation, you know. But you thought you think you would have it better being a part of America. That's the problem. If I could read the one you got. Actually,
Jeremiah?
Yeah, let's start at verse 1 and then we'll jump down to verse 25.
Jeremiah 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors.
Pastor, you know. And that includes reverends, okay? Well, what was his name? Reverend Dr. Martin Luther. Wasn't that one of his titles?
Yeah. Reverend Al-Sharpton, Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Exactly. You know, it goes on today, you know.
Right. If I could, man, y'all go watch that show Greenleaf, and y'all see the spirit that we try to warn our people about in these churches and these religions and these so-called, spiritual communities. Greenleaf is a good tool to utilize. I'm trying to tell you that it talks about the evil that goes on in churches, burning down the church to get the insurance money. You know what I'm saying? Having the uncle molesting his niece. You understand? Going to jail for it and then getting out, trying to backdoor everybody in the church. Oh yeah, you tell my secrets, I'm gonna tell all y'all secrets. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuals in the choir group, they got it on the show. That's how you know it's the truth. They put it in the show. Gay couple in there. Gay couple in the goddamn church. Church choir. The other dude, the one of the guys that works in the church, he's a flaming homosexual, and his wife found out, and he's trying to get counseling for it. You understand? She's trying to make it work with him, but the dude is just gay. You know what I'm saying? The one woman she's supposed to be a pastor. Oh yeah, because she caught feelings for the guy. You know what I mean? He about to get married. Now you're supposed to be Christian. You're supposed to be monogamous. No sex before marriage, right? Yeah, she was getting her back blown out by that brother, and they keep it on the low. And the Reverend, good night. He just got him a jet. They under investigation from the last part I watched, helping out the cops that wrongfully killed a brother in the community. That's what the Christian church is all about. About nothing but pure wickedness, man.
You know what's happening about that in the car, if I could? is that's why here in the truth we say, you know, we're not affiliated with nothing. You know,
Right.
no other Hebrew Israelite, no Christian group, no nothing. We're the home of the truth, and that's it. Because once you call yourself Christian or Catholic, you're not affiliated with, you know, the Catholic Church, the Christian Church, and you are part of the problem. You understand? Pedophilia in the Christian and Catholic Church, you are not affiliated with that. You understand? What? So yeah, you know, that's why the scripture says, and your pastor's not going to read that to you, you know, because it has its title in it, pastor such and such, right? Woe be unto the pastors that scattered my flock. Part of that scattering is by them saying, I have a dream, that we got to all be together as one melting pot. When we saw how the Lord wasn't with that, he wasn't with that in Babylon. You understand? When they all try to come together under one religion, one language, one nation, you know. Where do you hear that again? We're all one people, one nation, under God, indivisible, right? That's what Babylon taught. You fools. That's what Babylon thought, that they couldn't be divided, that they were all under one religion, one group, one melting pot, all together, that they couldn't be divided to do what? To go against God. And that's what America's all about, man. That's why everything that the Lord says is wrong, America says it's right. You know? And your Christian pastor has no choice but to go along with the ride. He has no choice but to say, okay, well, it's an alternative lifestyle, right? We got to be all inclusive, right? They have no choice because then they lose their spot with Rome. That's what all the Pharisees and Sadducees were worried about, was losing their spot with Rome. So they had to do what the Romans told them to do, or else they'd lose their spot. And they had to remove Christ, because Christ was showing the people the real way, the truth, right? That's why, you know, they can try and, you know, always try and censor our classrooms and you know, go with the algorithm and try and make our algorithm to where, you know, it's not going to be showing on the platforms and whatnot. That's cool, because the scripture says, my sheep hear my voice. The Lord's truth is going to get to the people who he wants it to get to. Better believe that. Keep reading the war.
Woe be, Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastors, saith the Lord.
Man, destruction to those pastors, man, that are out there trying to tell you this coming Monday, man, y'all in Sunday service this Sunday, guaranteed Martin Luther King is going to be a part of y'all's sermon. Saying, oh, how great he was and how he was trying to get everybody together, man. Woe be unto you, man. Woe be unto you, pastors, because y'all are spreading that falsehood. Now jumping down to verse 25 off the show.
I have heard what the prophets say, that prophesied lies.
Prophesy what, Lord?
Prophesied lies.
Lies, man. Lies. These prophets out here trying to, and that's why, you know, they're going to come to Christ in the end, man. And they're going to say, oh, haven't we prophesied in your name?
Right.
Haven't we cast out demons in your name? Christ's going to be like, I don't know who the hell you are. Go ahead, Lord.
That prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. I have dreamed.
Now, Martin Luther King should have known that if he was a reverend, right? If he was some kind of a spiritual leader, according to God, and he should have known that, man. That these dreams of dreams, I have a dream, his very speech is a lie, the Lord said. It's a lie. Thinking that we should all come together, little black boys and little white boys going hand in hand, or whatever the hell he said. It's a lie. Go ahead, Lord.
How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets?
You know why? You know why, Lord? Because it's 2023, man. 2023. Monday is Martin Luther King Day. The Lord is like, how long are y'all going to believe this crap? It's 2023, man. How long are you going to be so dumb to follow this fool, right? Because dreams lift up fools.
Yeah.
How long you gonna be? How long do I have to suffer you following this fool? Go ahead, Nicole.
Yeah, and like definitely in these days of times, like right now, we not at that old age yet. You know what I'm saying? Like we at them, like majority of us in the school, you know what I mean, or grasp onto this truth. A lot of times we grasp onto it when we have experienced life. You know what I'm saying? So you got some years on it. We not in that elder stage just yet. And you want to prepare yourself so when the young kids is growing up, when these kids is growing up, they're the future. You understand? Like, that's why we push this truth so hard. Why everything is recorded, why we have these breakdowns. You know how many times we broke down how the Lord is only dealing with one people? Many times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times. We've been doing this since 1969. We're doing it so that you and others can have the ammunition for the war that we're in. It's a war on information. There's a whole info war going on right now, and a lot of people don't understand it. That's why a lot of people now, because of so much information and so much things that the Lord allowed to happen, you know what happens? Now, when we say that we Israelites, people don't battle us no more. Like we at camp, the only ones that want to say something is white people. Okay. Everybody else, they sit up there and they're just like, yeah, man, you black people, they like, yeah, man, we is the Israelites. Yeah, I just heard Kanye say that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And everything's a while.
Come on.
All right. So, you know, when it comes down to this truth, man, you want to really study. Get your precept books, get your notepad and just write notes. Study it and then give it to your children. So that your children won't fall for the same dream that all the other people are falling for. People worship. One thing that hurts me is the older generation. They really feel love for Martin Luther King like he was something great. You understand? I hate when I see black people try to big up the Black Panther movement and the Marcus Garvey movement when the Israelites of the I.S.U.P.K are right here telling you the truth, and we more militant than them. Really, our people don't want to fight. We've been getting beat down so bad that we are rather, like I had to tell this woman, this woman, right? She's a good looking woman. For her age, you would think that she's way younger, right? And usually with women in these days of time, when they are still looking good at their age, they want to flaunt it. That's what young brothers call a cougar. All right. So I'm on social media. I put, yo, is mom making whores? Question, is mom making daughters into whores nowadays? You know what I'm saying? It was an open question. She told me to mind my business. I said, with that mindset, I would have never changed. I would have been dead or in jail. If the ones that taught me had that mindset, right? Because she is a whore, right? She wants me not to talk out against whores, right? I can't tell the truth about what's going on because it's a sin that she wants to dwell in. See, if we want our families to be better, our community to be better, we got to stand on this truth. If we're not standing on this truth, then you're never going to see any production. And because of the Martin Luther King dream, she believes, because it's more than just the black economic system and the integration, it's also dealt with the spirit. Now she believes she can have sex with a man, and that's not her man. is just a dude that she having sex with. She can post herself on social media. Nobody can say nothing. It's okay. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, and I know she just like, you need to just worry about yourself, do for self. I said, no. I said, I choose the old path. When the adults, and I said this particularly because she was my next door neighbor. She used to watch me. If I was doing something wrong, my mom heard about it. I said, nowadays you can't even tell a kid they wrong. The damn parent is gonna sit up, come and be offended for the damn kid, knowing that your damn kid is disgusting and horrible. You know what I'm saying? We gotta bring balance. And balance do not include bigging up the movements, you understand, of the civil rights movement. And Martin Luther King, like, it's okay to fight for, you know, things on documentation. There's nothing wrong with that. Give us an equal shot. We're American citizens. Give us an equal shot. You know what I mean? Give us an equal shot. Don't try to lowball us, or we're gonna take you to court until you realize if we would have listened to the Lord and did it the way how He would want us to do it, we would have had a bigger infrastructure than America. Because Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans would have stuck together. It wouldn't have been a split. You want to know why? Because there was no way how Mexicans could ever feel any type of way about Black people. The same way Black people couldn't never feel no way about Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans or Haitians. We all know one thing. We got all one common enemy. We won't even have to know a lick about the 12 tribes of Israel. But we'll know one thing. The white man is our enemy. Oh, you was a slave too? Oh, you had to fight him? Oh, we had to fight him too. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mindset that we gotta have. But you know, Martin Luther King, he had a dream, and we living in it. But
It's a damn nightmare.
what?
Want to take a sip?
Yeah, yeah.
How long shall this be in the hearts of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of deceit of their own heart.
And that was in Martin Luther King's heart, you understand?
Right.
Because he really just wanted to be with white women, you know. He wanted to freely be with white women. And that was a lust of his own. You know, one thing, what you were saying, Nakar, is so heavy is that these dreams, following in these dreams, these American dreams, these dreams of Martin Luther King, all this nonsense, it's all fairy tales and lies, man. One thing about the truth that I love the truth so much about is that it makes you face reality.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Makes you face that reality. That's why Christ said that you shall know the truth, and the truth's gonna make you free. Knowing that who your real enemy is, and not lying to yourself in your head, thinking that no, they're not my enemy. We just gotta find the equal ground. We just gotta, you know what I'm saying? No, man, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. Face the facts and the truth that this man is your enemy, man. Face the facts and the truth that all these things happening in your life, maybe you're the problem, you know? Maybe you're the one who's doing wrong, that you need to fix your life. You know, facing these facts about the truth is so beautiful, man. Facing reality.
So like I said, he got a precept for you. You know, one for you, for what you just said.
Yeah, go ahead.
Context, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Now, the Lord said, never trust your enemy, man. And that's the problem, is that our false leaders having their silly dreams and thinking that we can all be one, you know. Trusting your enemy, telling you to trust your enemy, all while he's got a knee on your neck. Now, maybe George Floyd would be alive today if he knew that they're my enemy and I need to be wise as a serpent when I'm around them.
Right.
I need to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Maybe that brother be alive today. You understand? maybe Mexico and Mexicans wouldn't be illegals if we never trusted our damn enemy that came over here on boats. You know what I'm saying? But we trusted this damn enemy, right? Allowed them to come in the car. You know what I'm saying? Help the damn fools.
Right.
As fools ourselves. Why? Because I'm sure there was some fool, some Israelite cat and some Gadite cat at the shore, Hawar, seeing these boats come in saying, I have a dream that these cats on this boat are gonna come over here and we can hold hands in hand. Nah, man, they killed you.
We're smooth as butter.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's gonna come out right now. You know, they ended up killing you. They ended up killing your families.
Right.
You fools. That's why the Most High said, how long are you going to believe in this dumbass this dumb lie? Salaki. For the language. Go ahead.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
And you know what's heavy about that? Because that's what they'll do, right? In the car, we seen it firsthand. We was out there, right? And they're gonna act like they care, right? They're gonna act like they care. They're gonna, oh, we're on your side, we're on your side. Black Lives Matter, oh, we're on your side, we're on your side. They're gonna be the ones advanced, though. Throwing rocks into the damn businesses and opening and shaking the doors and making barricades, they're gonna be the ones.
Yeah.
While you get blamed for it.
Yeah.
While you get blamed for tearing down your neighborhood. Go ahead.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. I remember it was on 52nd Street, it was on the Deuce, right here in Philadelphia. I know y'all know what I'm talking about if you ain't from Philly. But we on the Deuce. We in the midst of the war. They is tearing 52nd Street up. Guys went inside the pharmacy and took all the Percocets and the Xannies. You know what I'm saying? Good night. All of that was gone. All the promethazine, that was gone. They was looking for them. You know what I'm saying? They went and got dickies and all types of, they ran through everything, right? So you had white people down there. What they was called, the anarchy, something like that.
Nakar, you could walk those streets right now, and you'll maybe see one or two white people.
Barely
that day.
It was out there, and let me tell you. So we out there, we filming everything, right? We filming the whole debate. All you know is you see white people setting up barricades. They setting it up. They setting them up. They like, look at these devils. And we sitting there, mind, we looking militant. We ain't running and nothing. Something happened. Well, I think something was thrown. And this white guy was like, they was like, yo, who threw that shit? And it was like, it was them over there. They pointed at us. Me, all of us was like, what? Yo,
yeah, that cat tried to say, look, they're the cops, because we had on our shields, you know.
Yeah,
and the car had on a
my vest.
Yeah, your vest.
Yeah, he was like, it was, look, there were the cops right there. It was something. I think they said we either threw something or we was the cops. We said what?
Yeah. And this white devil tried to make our own people.
Yeah.
Turn against us.
He tried to make black people go against us. So instead of us just sitting there, and this is how you know you had to be a trained professional doing this work of the Lord. We're outnumbered 1,000 to 5. We like, okay, we got to show aggression. We went over there, was like, what you say? Who a damn cop? I was like, do I look like a cop? He's sitting there, oh, I'm sorry. Like, man, you better get out of here. This ain't really your fight. What you out here for? And he was like, I don't want no problem. With black people, they're like, oh, they trying. I said, yeah, they up here trying. The white boy almost got beat up. Not by just us, by everybody. Because it was like, you trying to put us against our people. I'm like, this is what white people do. we had to match their aggression. But right then and there, trying to trust your enemy, yeah, he might. It still will be rested. He can try to rush something at all. Put a solution. You know what I mean? Hit that with that Flintstone.
Right.
But it's still gonna be some rush on that.
Here's
way.
the problem though, Nakar, is that our brothers and sisters out there blinded by this dream, blinded by this falsehood. You understand?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are gonna believe in that they're there to help them, even though he's coming humbly, saying, "Oh, I believe in your cause. You know, I'm here to help." Humbly, really, they're there to make war. You understand? That's all that's in their heart is warfare. They're not coming to help you. And just this is what the truth does, like the brother was bringing out right here in the scripture, that like a looking glass, man. All you got to do is learn this truth, and like a looking glass, you clear it away, you can see the picture clearly now. You can see through that looking glass and see clearly that this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Knowing the backlash that the black and Hispanic man was gonna catch from them Antifa people and the white man out there smashing them windows. You know that backlash is gonna come to us. They're gonna be on the news saying, "See, blacks and Hispanics out there ruining their own neighborhoods, smashing their own businesses for one, dummies. Those are not our businesses, man. You got the East Indians out there. You got the Chinese and Japanese and Africans out there owning businesses in our neighborhoods. That's not our neighborhood, for one. That's their neighborhood. They own the businesses there. So it's not our neighborhoods that we're ruining, for one. You understand? For two, it wasn't us. It was them that was doing it. You understand? It was them doing it. So just like a looking glass that's been wiped away, you can see the picture clearly. You understand? So keep reading on.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee.
Now what? He said, what?
Set him not by thee, lest we have overthrown thee.
Now, he said, don't set him next to you. Don't take him in, even though he's coming humbly saying, I believe in your cause. I'm here to help your cause. I believe that Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. I believe that I believe in Martin Luther King's dream, nonsense. I believe in this. Don't set him by you, man. Don't set him by you, because when he overthrows you, keep reading.
He stand up in thy place.
He's going to take your place, man. And that's what has happened in this earth. Look at how my Israelite brothers and my Gadite brothers over here, you understand, and all the northern tribes, right, tried to set these devils by us. And in the end, what happened, he ended up taking our place, saying he's the American now. This is his land now, and you're the illegal immigrant. You belong in cages. You belong in reservations. All of that, right? Because we trusted our enemy. But oppression makes a wise man mad. You understand? You got to be mad about what you see. The scripture says that there's a time for every cause, and there's a time for hate. And you got to hate what your people are going through. This is 2023, man. That's why the Lord said, how long are you going to believe in this nonsense? Dreams let the fools. Open your eyes to the truth, man, and the truth will make you free. Right? Just like that looking glass wiped away. You understand? So let's finish the 7 over there. I believe it was at verse 8 in Genesis, and then we can close it out.
This is Genesis chapter 40, verse 8. And they said unto him, we have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me them, I pray you. Verse 9. And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph, and said to him, in my dream, behold, a vine was before me. Verse 10. And in the vine were 3 branches, and it was as though it budded, and her blossoms shot forth, and the clusters thereof brought forth ripe grapes. Verse 11, and Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup, and I gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. Verse 12, and Joseph said unto him, this is the interpretation of it. The 3 branches are 3 days. Verse 13, yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy hand and restore thee unto thy place, and thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand, after the former manner when thou wast his butler. Verse 14, but think on me when it shall be well with thee, and shew kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house.
All right, so was that the end? All right, so you see the importance of taking it to your dream to a man of the Lord is because he's going to speak on behalf of the Lord. You understand? These silly, foolish dreams, like Martin Luther King's dream, was after the lust of his own heart, like we read in Ecclesiastes. You understand? And the man of the Lord is not gonna care about your stupid, silly lust. All right, he's gonna speak on behalf of the Lord and according to what the Lord thinks. You understand? So he's telling this cat that Pharaoh will raise him back up to his former position, right? And then we're gonna see next week with the other cat, with his dream. All right.
Somebody, sir, I had a scripture real quick.
Yeah, you got it.
In 1 Esdras 8 and 85, 84. And this totally like debunks. It complements what the brother just read, and it debunks Martin Luther King's whole dream and idiotic dream. This is 1 Esdras 8 in 84. Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall you take their daughters into your sons. So right there, all that holding hands with little black boys holding hands with little white girls and, all around the spectrum when it comes to Israel, it's not supposed to be. The Lord said, don't do that. And this is why. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them. Martin Luther King wanted us to be at peace with America in the sense of us losing our integrity, us losing the little bit of power we had, you understand, a little bit of the structure that we had that was good enough to build on, we lost it. And now it's to the point where it's hard. It's like pulling teeth trying to bring black people together, right? It's hard to bring together, you understand, these other tribes. But more importantly, Martin Luther King had more of an effect in America. And his dream was idiotic. And that's why you see black people, it's hard for us to come together, right? Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them, that ye may be strong. The Lord wants us to be strong. That's why he said, don't trust your enemy. You understand? Don't multiply yourself into them. Don't try to seek peace with them on the sense of how the Native Americans tried to. They're like, yeah, you can dwell in our lands over here and, be at peace. You know what I mean? You can give us little Becky, you know what I mean? And we'll give you, we'll come together. No, we ain't supposed to do that.
Right.
You're supposed to say, if you don't get back on your boats now, you won't make it back to your boats. And your boats will be ours. And we'll make you slaves and you'll work in our plantations. That's what they should have done. And a lot of tribes didn't do that. But you got sellouts, like anywhere else.
Can I give you an example, Lakar?
Yeah, kind of.
If you go, I believe it's Squanto. If you go research him, you're not gonna believe this. This cat took it into slavery, sent it to England, right? Now he got taken into slavery, sent into Egypt. This cat he escaped. This cat escaped, made his way onto a boat, headed back for America, right? Snuck his way on, got on that boat, went back to America, right? After these devils took him into slavery, okay? Got back to America. This cat, another cat sees more oppressors coming on boats. This cat goes and calls Squanto. Understand? And instead of Squanto saying, "Hey, don't trust this guy. He's your enemy," right? Like the brother scripture was bringing up. Never trust your enemy. Squanto went and helped them cats. Squanto went and helped them establish, helped them farm, and then they killed them. That's
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
yeah. When you don't listen to what the Lord said that we be strong, have a good economic structure, we have good family structure.
Right.
That's what it means by being strong. You know what I mean? And here, that's why we strong. We don't celebrate what they celebrate. We don't eat what they eat. We don't think the way they think. We're very peculiar people, meaning different in many ways. Many ways we're different from them. We're not, being unbrotherly. We're brothers in here, man. Even if you're not in here, we'll still be a brother to you. It don't matter.
Right.
You know what I mean? We ain't doing the evil that they do. And that's the whole thing. When you don't try to have peace with these people, you're being holy. That's what the Lord said. Be a holy people. Be separate. Don't be like everybody else. Because when you try to be like everybody else, you look through the Bible, every time you try to do what other people do, we never prosper. I do.
All right. Any questions for him?
A lot of questions in the chat.
All right. No questions in the room. All right. We can go ahead and close it out then. All right. With that, Imagine the men up here. The car, if you hit that horn. Sure.
All
right, La Yasharala,
La Yasharala,
which means to Israel. All right, go ahead and take that. All right, in the car one more time, Baba Shah. Son of Christ. Yeah. All right, that's the brother with the scroll.
Before all you heard was ear.
All right. The brother's going to bring the scroll around to salute the Torah. Men of Israel line up to salute the Torah. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shaprak Yah.
You can just come right here.
How about Shem Yahushua Barak Yah?
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shaprak Yah. All right, with that, I majim everybody. Upon Wakatam, which means turn to face the east. We're going to send out these prayers again. First in the Hebrew and then in the English. All right, repeat after me. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Badash. Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Balakavka. Taba'ah. Ratzayaka. Ayah. Aisha. Ratza. Kawal. Ayah. Bashemayim. Dananaw. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalak now. Kabawat now. Kasalak now. Kabawat now. Wala'a. Nabiyai now. Barasayawun. Abal. Awashai now. Mayun. Rad. Kaya. Lakab. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Wa'atpara. La'ulamyum. Amun.
All right. This is the prayer for the Lord's. This is the prayer for the Lord's Prayer. In English, our fathers.
Our Father,
which art in heaven.
which art in heaven,
Hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be
Thy will be done
on earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread,
Give us our debts.
and forgive us our
As
debts,
we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors,
And lead us not
and lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation,
But deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom,
And the power.
the
And
power,
the glory.
the glory,
Forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. The prayer for the power, the I.S.U.P.K in Hebrew. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem Yahushua,
Bahashem Yahushua,
Baba Kishah,
Baruch Shah,
Tanana,
Bebenau,
Akka, Rapah,
Rabba,
Kamakala,
Kamakala,
Kamarwa,
Kamarwa,
Akka, Nataho, Amatazarai,
Amitazarai,
Akka, Lahakmi, Amati, Akka, Arakwa,
Baruch
Atama'ala,
Shah,
Garshud,
Garshud,
Hashem Yahushua,
Hashem Yahushua,
Warama.
Prayer for the power in English. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead,
Against unclean spirits.
Against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Pray to bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua,
Barakna.
Baruch Now,
Vayashra.
Wayasha'ala,
Wahabaya.
Wabayat,
Sapar.
Sapari,
Barak.
Baruch,
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Warama.
All right, this is prayer to bless Israel. In English, Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And
Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wabayat,
Wa Lahayim.
Walahayim,
Batazabaya.
Tazabaya,
Alawak Yohanan.
Alawak,
Alawak.
Alawak,
Kasaranu.
Alawak,
Akwataziyanu.
Akwatazayaya,
Akaya Yanyu.
Ayayaya,
Wa Akwati.
Ahawaki,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Warama.
Prayer for the blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh,
And Yahushua.
and Yahushua,
Michael.
Michael,
And the angels.
And the angels.
The manager Yohanna.
the manager, Yohanan,
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
the captains,
The officers.
the officers,
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K,
Ayanya.
Ayanya,
Ahahori.
Ahahori,
Ayan.
Ayan,
Gabaa.
Yahweh,
Izori.
Isoria,
Izori.
Isoria,
Ayin.
I,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Shah.
Shah,
Shemayom.
Shemayim,
Baratza.
Barakazah,
Aliyatan.
Al-Yadun,
Amawat.
Samuat,
Galka.
Lanka,
Aliyanawum.
Al-Yadun,
Shamarka.
Shamarka,
Ana.
Ana,
La'a.
La'a,
Yanawum.
Yadun,
Wala'a.
Wala,
Yayashan.
Yadun,
Shawamor.
Shalom,
Yasharala.
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Shamarka.
Shamarka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Zalka.
Zalka,
Alya.
Alya,
Yamyanka.
Yamika,
Yawamum.
Yalumun,
Hashemash.
Ashamash,
La'a.
Ah,
Yakaika.
Yakaika,
Bayrak.
Barak,
Balayila.
Balayila,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Shamarka.
Yashamarka,
Kabrai.
Kabrai,
Yashmor.
Yashmor,
Akapashka.
Ashmapashka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashmor.
Yashmor,
Tazatka.
Tazaika,
Babuaika.
Tazaika,
My dude.
Maithu,
Mike.
Ai,
I will love
All right. This is Psalm 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord,
Who made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee thy day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And
And forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayyum,
Al-Hayyum,
Al-Damyalaka,
Al-Tamiyalaka,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Takarash,
Al-Tashikwat,
Al-Tashikwat,
Al-Kayahana,
Al-Yahana,
Al-Yabika,
Al-Yabika,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yobun,
your word,
Ra'ash,
Ash,
Al-Amika,
Al-Anuka,
Yahweh,
Al-Yagwa,
Sawadah,
Sawudah,
Wayatha,
Wayitah,
Ya'aitazawu,
Aitazawu,
Al-Tazapuunika,
Al-Tasawandika,
Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Lakawa,
Lakua,
Wanakaki,
Wanakaki,
Bagalia,
Ayala,
Wala'a,
Wala,
Yazako,
Yosako,
Sham Yashra,
Yom Yasha Allah,
Awada,
Ayuka,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Aitazawu,
Aitazawu,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Kadwa,
Ayuka,
Alisa,
Barya,
Warya,
Yakarakwa,
Yakarakwa,
Aliyah,
Aliyah,
Adawum,
Adawum,
Wayashima,
Wayashama,
Alayum,
Aliyum,
Mawaba,
Mawa Abba,
Wagori,
Wagori,
Gabal,
Wabal,
Wamawun,
Wa'aimuwan,
Amalak,
Wa'aimalak,
Kalashat,
Kalashat,
Am Yashabi,
Am Yeshabi,
Tazawu,
Tazawu,
Gamashawu,
Ramashawu,
Nalawa,
Manawai,
Aimum,
Aimun,
Ayawud,
Ayawa,
Zorawai,
Zorowai,
Abandilawat,
Abandilawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Lahum,
Luhum,
Kamajan,
Kamanya,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sarah,
Sarah,
Kayabyan,
Kayabya,
Wanako,
Wanako,
Wayashwan,
Yashua,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Bayun,
Bayun,
Dara,
Lahara,
Hayawud,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Ladatman,
Ladagma,
Shaitamwa,
Shayatagwa,
Nada, Slaki, Nada Yamawa,
Nagayamawa,
Kaira,
Torah,
Akazaba,
Wakazaba,
Akazaba,
Wakazaba,
Katzamana,
Wakazamana,
Kaunasikumwa,
Oh, that's it, Kamwa,
Asho,
Ashur,
Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Nayarashad,
Nanarashah,
Nanawa,
Nanawat,
Ah, Naagwa,
Nawat,
Al-Hayyum,
Alahayum,
Al-Hayyum,
Alahayah,
Shayatamu,
Shayatagwa,
Kagawdu,
Kagawdu,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapunyaraka,
Kapanawaka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Kabairi Iru,
Aywa,
Kalaba,
Kalaba,
Kalahat,
Salaat,
Hariyum,
Ariyum,
Khan,
Khan,
Dardatma,
Daradagma,
Basairika,
Wasa Irika,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapatka,
Apaka,
Abahalum,
Babulum,
Mala'a,
Wana,
Anyahum,
Hanyahum,
Kalawud,
Walawun,
Webakwashwa,
Waiba Prashma,
Shamka,
Shabbat,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Wabashwa,
Wabashwa,
Waibahawa,
Waibahawa,
Ayai, Waikaporwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya'ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labatka, Aliyawun, Al-Karataza. Alright.
Thank you, sir. That's the Psalms, the 83rd chapter in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace,
And be not still, O Yahweh.
and be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult,
They that hate thee,
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have
Lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken
crafty
crafty
counsel
counsel
against thy
against thy people,
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more in remembrance.
They have consulted together
For
they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites.
Moab.
Moab.
The Hagarenes.
And Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Ammon.
Ammon.
Amalek.
Amalek.
Philistines.
Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur.
Ashur.
Also joined with them.
Also joined with them.
Open the children of Lot.
they have opened
The
the
children
children
of
of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Unto them.
Do
Do
unto
unto
them
them
As to the Midianites.
as unto the Midianites,
As to Sisera.
as to Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
At the brook of Kishon.
at the brook of Kishon,
Which perished at Endor.
which perished in Endor.
Became as dung for years.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like a red.
make their nose like a red,
And like Zier.
and like Ziel,
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
all their princes,
As
As
Zabah.
Zabah.
and as Amuna,
Who said,
Let's take to ourselves.
let us
take
take
to
ourselves
The houses of Yahweh.
the houses of Yahweh
In possession.
in possession
On my power.
Oh, my power.
Make them like a will.
Make them
That
like
like
a
the
will.
will.
As a stumble before the wind.
As the stumble before the wind.
The fire burning for wood.
As the fire burns the wood.
And as the flame setting the mountains on fire.
And
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy tempest.
with thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That
They
they
may
seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
Oh, Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them
Let
be
them be
confounded.
confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
Men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
His name alone.
whose
Name
name
alone
alone
Yahweh.
is Yahweh.
The Most High.
Are the Most High
Over all the earth.
of all the earth. With that, Sar, sisters, Yeshavia, which means to be seated. All right. Go ahead and help the brother with the scroll. One thing we want to learn from King David is something that Martin Luther King should have learned from King David. See how he prays to the Most High for vengeance for all these other nations? Not to join with them, but for vengeance from them. You understand? Because he knew that they were confederate against him and his people. Martin Luther King didn't understand that, man. He didn't have that understanding. That all these nations are confederate against the Lord's people. Now, that's one thing we need to, like Nakar was saying, we need to teach our children going forward. Train up a child in the way they should go, and they'll never depart. Letting them know that these people are their enemies, man, not their friends.
Right.
All right? Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Ahmad, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakah.
Yajmatah, Sar, turn to his sisters. Sisters, I imagine your I.S.U.P.K is going to be with your feet at a 45-degree angle, your right hand clasped over your left, your head bowed and covered. When we salute, you say the salute back. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Ahmad, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Yajmatah, class dismissed.
Welcome the young brother to the priesthood, to the Sabbath service, doing his first reading. Right.
He was nervous. Always stuff.
Be good, be good.